Blue face. All in my face. They say life is a race, but to win you gotta keep a steady pace. Bag full of cheddar, when I hop inside the whip, I ain't got no space.
We at Charlie's collectible show today. Got special guests, the voice actors for Goku, Son Goku, and Trunks. Not Trunks, Gohan coming in today.
I won't be able to get there. I get there by 11 o'clock. I can do that if you need me.
No problem.
Hey.
How you doing? You good?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yep. I got some new stuff too. I'm gonna spin back. Hello, hello. They got a secret behind there. Brought all the Dragon Ball Z out.
Huh?
Brought all the Dragon Ball Z out.
I was trying to. Making sure these were my kids, so I just made sure they put all the kids back. I think I checked it already.
So see these black drapes over here with red chairs?
Yeah.
That's where the voice actors are gonna be. So at 11 o'clock, we're gonna do right here. So we're gonna ask questions in the audience, get the convo with everybody. Then after that, we're all gonna be doing lines and meet and greet for the rest of the day. Okay. So is it like
Is the Brawling Bears for sale?
I'm sorry?
Brawling Bears.
Rolling beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these things, they come with It's like a keychain and a card in on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How much is it?
We're doing these for 5.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that probably looks way better than the theater stuff.
Broly's tough. Is it at random?
Yeah, it's just random.
Yeah, because I think the Broly came with the Goku.
Yeah, you get the
And
random
that makes
card
no
with one of
sense.
them. Yeah,
Broly
they
with
match 'em
Goku?
up
Yeah,
to
I
it,
thought they
but-
would.
You don't like Kakarot. That's why they put him with him. And then they put Beerus with Vegeta.
Yeah.
Them two don't like each other either.
Maybe that's why they did.
Makes sense.
I have some suggestions though. The voice actor for Goku, voice actor for Gohan.
Jason, you're in the way.
Oh. Okay. I'll let him go ahead.
I just took her neck. I'm sending that to Renee so she can make it. Oh, yeah. And I'm now.
I was trying to look. So it's
No, you good.
from here to the before the cars. So it's just let me know when and we're doing capture.
Oh, you mind sending me that video that you did?
You gotta send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna record it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell you.
We're here all day. I think we're here till 5. All right, there you go, sir. You're gonna let that dry a little bit before you put it in there. I know you know the drill, but just reminding you. Let that smudge on you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I had to get a car. This is a mess. But I was like, no, I have a session. That's just how I was trained, you know? So what'd you do?
There's a big Texas guy that brought the show down. What was his name? Barry Watson. Thank you. So when the show recorded in Vancouver, Barry originally came up in person, but I don't think he liked to travel much. So after a few episodes, he would just call in. So this is where technology. We didn't have like. Any kind of video formatting kind of meeting type programs. There wasn't a Zoom back then. So I would do it, and then they call up Barry, and all I could hear was, "Well, we tried that again." It was just this Texan voice from God that they would plow through the speakers.
That's awesome. So was he with you doing the whole like for this time when you were going to go? Just initially.
Okay.
That's awesome. Oh, that's great. Very cool. That's awesome. So let's actually go to the audience too. Does anyone have any questions that they would like to bring up? Do not be shy. Yes.
Platform.
Right there.
And
Okay.
You were originally going to do a voice for why'd they go with the other actor?
The question is about the cartoon OKKO.
Awesome. So the director, the producer, was a big Dragon Ball fan. And, he found me on the internet. I guess it was 2012 or 13. And he's like, I really want you to be the voice of KO for this. Actually, he had a casting person. You probably heard of Mama Tay. She found me. And they brought me in for that. At first, it was through an ESIDN or whatever that's called, ISDN, and it was just to storyboards, like scribbles of the characters. But they did bring me in to record because it did get picked up. It was Lakewood Plaza Turbo OKKO for Cartoon Network. The first 8 episodes I was able to do with the cast. We recorded together. And then the higher ups that were funding the project, this is long before COVID. So they were like, no, we need to do this on the local.
Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball Z? Dragon Ball Z.
I'll answer. I was a vocalist, so a singer. So I was actually asked to sing some of the animation themes for Yu Yu Hakusho, Sayonara Bye Bye, Case Closed, Kitty Grade opening and closing. I think I did like 7 or 8. Anyway, I didn't record. I wasn't chosen to record the opening theme for Dragon Ball, but I did my own version of it. And sometimes at these events, I'll bring the karaoke track and sing it. So I like that one the best, obviously. But I also really like the guy that they chose for, oh my gosh, Dragon Ball Z. He's an amazing singer. So as much as I wanted to be the singer, they were like, well, you're the voice of Goku. And I'm like, well, that's all the more reason. Come on, pick me, right? So, but that's my favorite theme is the opening theme to Dragon Ball.
I liked all the Dragon Ball themes, but for me it was I got just the Ed, Ed and Eddy song. It could be on in another room, and I'll just hear that intro, and I was like, hey, it's like an instant reaction.
So you are the wizard.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that. Absolutely. Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, you had a question right there. Yeah. Okay, perfect. How do they feel about being the most beloved anime character in the world? That's a good question.
I think the coolest thing that I hear at conventions and signings is they look at things and some people get emotional at the table. Like I've had people cry and stuff because they say this is my childhood, and it's an honor and it's a really cool feeling to have been part of somebody's upbringing like that. Even though the fact that we just did a voice, but it resonated with somebody, and a lot of times they would watch that show with a family member who's maybe not around anymore, and it's just I just hear all these great memories of people that people had watching the show, and it just makes you feel really good.
I echo and second all of that. And like I said, it's even more rewarding because we didn't know going in that it was that big of a show already and was growing in popularity. So to be a part, like I said, to be a part of that and then have these fans come up and talk about their experience with Dragon Ball Z and how it got them through hard times, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can relate to that. We all have something that's pop culture related that we grew up with, whether it's music or video games or TV shows, and so to be a part of that is an honor. And the fact that we're still able to be somewhat relevant now. We did our work years ago, 13, 20 plus, 25 years ago. So I echo his sentiment of being a part of kiddos growing up and making memories.
Well, we definitely appreciate you both for being here, big time. Yeah, no. Right, everybody? They're rocking it. Awesome. I believe you have one other question back there.
Never. because Danny, the creator of the show, was a perfectionist. That's a nice way to put it. There were times where the poor Eds, they got the brunt of it sometimes, but there was a very simple line, like 3 words, you know, like, hey, let's go! 50 takes, 60 takes, because it didn't register exactly. So it was all perfectly word perfect from the script, but how I got around that was I would throw in these little Rolf-isms like that, things like that, to the point where when we got directed later on, they would actually ask for the schlahers and the schlahorts. They would say, yeah, okay, say, what are you doing at boys, and then give us a schlahort. And I was like, yes!
Yeah, you created it.
Oh, wait, I guess I didn't get any questions. Thank you.
Yeah, Stephanie, tell us your experience on that.
Yes, how was your experience?
Yeah. No, but was there any other question? Yeah, we got 2 right here, right there.
If someone wanted to get into voice acting, what direction would you point them to go?
So, do you like advice?
Yeah. Like
Okay, so
where, you know, we don't know where to start. Where would you tell them to start?
So the question was, any tips on getting into voice acting? It's a really good question, actually.
My advice would be just getting into an acting class, first off, not necessarily a voice one. There's a lot of times people think that voice acting may be easier than camera acting because, you know, you don't have to memorize your lines or something like that. That part of it is true, but you don't have your face as a tool. So you can look scared on the screen and they already know that you're scared. Whereas with voice, you only have one tool, your voice, to get all that across. So the first thing is getting your acting skills, you know, sharper. And then I would say taking a voiceover workshop. And these classes should not cost thousands and thousands of dollars. There should be a weekend workshop somewhere that's a few $100s that gets your feet wet, gets you in front of a microphone so you can hear yourself in your headphones for the first time, because that's a little weird. And then just going from there. And whoever runs a workshop, most likely in whatever area you're in, will be able to steer you to a local agent or talent agent. That would be my recommendation.
I would say all of that, definitely. You have to have acting chops, for sure. And you have to be able to encompass that along with your voice and the character, all with just your voice. So it is important to get that acting under your belt, for sure. There's so many workshops. I mean, I know back when there wasn't really the internet or anything yet, so we didn't have a whole lot of resources. But now there's like a plethora. Like you just get online and like type it in, and just come up. And sometimes the people that handle or teach the workshop might be a casting director, so they're in front of a casting director. So, and then listening to your voice again, recording it, listening back, trying different things with your voice, like really getting to know your voice. I had already done that with singing, so that was actually a benefit. So yeah, just practicing. You can do your own home studio, get a demo together, and then possibly get into a roster where you can start getting auditions. And there's other things you can do to start like the process and go through the gamut of like actually auditioning and recording the narration. And you may not get paid that much, but it's great experience. So there's that too. There's casting sites.
And there's also online workshops. You don't have to be there in person. You could be in a smaller town, middle of nowhere. You can get onto an online class, and many of them are legitimate. You always look at who's teaching them. If you've never heard of them before, then maybe take your time. If you can get one that is being taught by an actor who has recognizable credit, I would side with somebody like that. They're obviously doing something right.
Yeah, that's a great question. Cool. Was there anybody else in the audience? Yeah, right here.
Yeah, Patty.
So the questions were, was there ever pressure to playing the roles, and then favorite characters that you got to play?
Okay, and I'll get it back to you. Okay. So my most pressure moments were the beginning, because I'd never voiced an anime character. This was a new company, Funimation. I didn't know the director very well. I didn't know, am I doing a good job? I was really wanting that, what's the word? Like the kind of like the pat on the back, you're doing a good job. So like the first, you know, month or two, validation. Yeah, I knew it started to be validation. And I wanted to know for sure that they did make a good decision in bringing me into the project and I was doing a good job. So my first few sessions were very like, and Barry, you talked about Barry, he was very like serious. He doesn't really laugh a lot. So if I got a laugh out of that guy, I knew I was doing a good job. So that's when I kind of got that validation. But the first couple sessions, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Am I good? Am I bad? Like, did you make a good choice? Are you going to keep me around? Like, all those things were kind of swirling. And then I would jump on the tour bus and go travel with my band. But that's when I had the most pressure. And then the second question is the character I enjoyed voicing more than the others is Isekai was fun. He was insane. But I did enjoy voicing Goku, who I got cast at a couple years later. I was actually cast as Gohan first. So Goku, because he's funny, and he's silly, and he says these crazy things that nobody else could get away with saying. And it's also innocent. So Goku for sure. Little Goku in Dragon Ball.
I mean, the pressure for me was just wanting to do a good job, but there was so much fighting and yelling. Like our scripts would be, 22 pages is the average length for like a 30-minute show, and literally there would be like 18 pages of screaming and fighting, and then 4 pages of actual dialogue. So we would oftentimes push our voices too hard. I remember me and Brian Drummond used to say the same thing. He still does. Where we just wanted to impress and do a really good job. But the next day, like you could barely talk. If you had another job, you had to try to get a day in between to just kind of recover. So I guess the pressure was put on me by myself just because I wanted to do a good job. As far as the most fun, Rolf was the most fun because initially every single actor, all the Eds and all the cul-de-sac kids were in the studio together, and it was just, we would laugh our asses off. Like there's no other way to put it. And Rolf had like the best lines in the show. I was just given like home run balls every time I had a line. It was so much fun. And I could see the other cast, like Erin Fitzgerald, who played Naz, was the worst because I could see her out of the corner of my eye all the time. She'd try to hold it until the end of the dialogue and then burst out. But this is how much fun we had. Eventually, the producer said, "Okay, that's it. We're gonna separate you guys." And they recorded the 3 Eds in one section, and then the rest of us recorded right after them. They separated us because it was like separating a kindergarten class that was too unruly. But it didn't help because we still had a blast.
That's awesome. No, what's really cool about that too is, a lot of different productions, they are separated. So you had that experience to be like recording with them at all times. That's really awesome. Very cool. Any more from the audience? We got one right here.
I have a question for Peter.
Okay.
So how did it feel voicing Rolf as a character? Like, as a whole? I just got here, so I don't know if the question might sound repetitive, but I just got here.
So the question is, how did it feel voicing Rolf?
It was a blast. The audition process for me for Rolf was kind of weird because I auditioned for every single male part in the show. All the Eds, Johnny, everybody. Kevin, I got nothing. And then a female friend of mine, another actor, was auditioning for one of the female parts, and I just happened to be with her. And I was outside the studio, and Terry Clausen, the director of the show, who again still remains a very good friend, came running outside with the sides for Rolf, and just said, "Hey, we got a new, he's kind of a foreign kid. We want an undiscernible accent," and that's all I had. They didn't even have a drawing of Rolf yet. And I had about 5 minutes with it. I just ran in and was like, "Oh, hello, Ed Boy." And they're like, "Yeah, we like that." And then we recorded for 11 years, I think.
Awesome. Hey, make yourself available. Right place, right time, So that's awesome. Right here.
For both of you all, what's your most favorite battle in the Dragon Ball series?
Favorite battle in Dragon Ball series? All right.
For me, it was Vegeta. It was early on, and it was my first big kind of huge battle. And I knew my buddy Brian Drummond was doing the other end, even though we weren't in the studio together. That was the weirdest part of the show, especially when you're fighting somebody, you're like, ah! And you know when they cut it, he's gonna go, ah! But it's recorded in completely different days. You know? And the fighting, God, there were so many times I'd just be floating in the air, just. And I'd say, okay, that's it for this script. And you come back a couple weeks later, oh yeah, where were we? 3 months of breathing.
Awesome.
For me, the battle, well, again, I love comedy. I love to laugh, love to make people laugh. If I can get people laugh, that's great. So for a lot of the fun scenes for me were when Goku was a kid in Dragon Ball, and I want to say he fought Jackie Chan, or they were trying to like change the Chan. They were changing the name, but it was an offshoot of that. So he like just goes in there and freaking obliterates the guy, and he's excited because he needs the money for something, probably to buy food. So he ends up winning this, and everyone in the crowd is like, "What just happened?" It's like, so then they give him the money. He's like, "I got money," and he puts it in his backpack and just walks away. Like it's like no big deal. I need money for whatever, and. So that one to me was really funny because he just kicked this guy's butt, and then everyone's like, "Why? How does this little boy do this?" So it's just the comedic stuff always grabs me first.
And speaking of that, another battle that I really enjoyed was, I believe it was at Dead Zone when Goku's fighting the androids, and there's this one android who's just like a big fat balloon guy, big yellow balloon guy, and then he ends up flying through his belly and destroying him, because he can't say kill. He destroys him, and then Goku lands, and this is the line he fires out. He goes, "That tub of lard was a good warm-up." I'm like, really? We're going with this line? Okay.
No, that's awesome. No, and what I love is both those examples too, like the last two, were very comedy focused, and that's what Toriyama like really started with too. Yeah. Like from a lot of the notes, like why Dragon Ball Super was even like sillier, was they wanted to get back to the comedy roots, you know. So that's always been a part of Dragon Ball. You know? You can't avoid it. It's really cool. Was there? Did you have a question before? Yeah.
What was your favorite moment that was like, he's so innocent, but there was like inappropriate moments? What was your favorite? Oh, I got it.
Favorite innocent/inappropriate moment as Kid Goku?
Again, the comedy is so like at the forefront for me. So I had a blast because I was like living vicariously through this little boy. I mean, I can't be a little boy ever, and here's my chance. There's three that I think of off the top of my head. Whenever the magazines are flying around and the girls don't have any clothes on, and he's like, "Wow, these girls must be poor. They can't afford clothes." and then Bulma gets mad and "You're not anything with a shred of decency." And then the other ones were, "Well, I care about seeing your dirty old fanny." Because Bulma wants the ball, the Dragon Ball. He said, "I don't care, I'm not going to give it to you just because you're a girl." And then the other one is, "Why do women have butts on their chest?" Those are my favorites.
All valid questions.
Awesome. All right, so we're going to do individual fun, silly questions, and then I have one big question for both of you, okay? All right, so for Peter, a lot of people know you as Goku. A lot of people know you as Rolf. Is there any interesting fan bleed over? Is there any fan interactions that have been like really notable? Like, is there a lot of crossover people that want to hear both at the same time?
Yeah, I get more and more of that, and there's one gentleman online, and he showed up at my table once, and he's dressed up fully as Goku, but he's got the Rolf monobrow. And then he does Kamehameha, Ed boy! And he fires it all the time, and I got such a kick out of it. And I follow him on X, and the crossovers crack me up. Like I have a print on my table that is the mashup of Goku with Spirit Bomb that says, "You dare mock the son of a shepherd!" And it's got the Rolf Rolf at the top part of his body in the Goku orange trunks below, and it's I've always got a kick out of that.
What was the question?
Oh,
that was for Peter.
That was you. I'm gonna get you your next question. All right. So Stephanie, hard-hitting question here. If you could have one for life, would you pick Icarus the Dragon or the Flying Nimbus?
That's a good question. I think it would be the Flying Nimbus, because then I could just like go wherever I want, jump on there, you know, as long as I stay pure of heart. That's the kicker. I gotta stay pure of heart, or I'll just fall right through. You must not be pure of heart, you know. But I mean, like Icarus.
I was gonna say Icarus won't judge. You know,
I know. I'd have to feed him and work hard for win more battles for money to feed him. But yeah, I think the Nimbus. Yeah, let's go. Jump on it, magic carpet. Let's go.
I'm just saying, Icarus the Dragon, it comes with it, you know, it's fair. But, all right, so last question is a little bit of a fun one. Keeper of the keys for the day. You own the studio, you own the rights to Dragon Ball. You can do whatever you want. It could be merch, it could be a movie, whatever. Unlimited budget, what would you make and why?
A movie that I starred in.
Okay.
I would hire myself.
Okay.
It's funny. I've often thought about that question, not just in Dragon Ball related things, but I mean, I was on a show, Stargate Universe, that it was one of my favorite projects ever, and a lot of fans have been waiting for some sort of a reboot. And I'm like, man, if I win the lottery, I'm gonna buy Amazon, and I'm gonna make that show. I think we all kind of fantasize about that from time to time, and it's just, I think, reinvigorating projects that we had a lot of fun doing, and that's probably a fairly long list.
For me, it would be, because I'm a singer, and music was my first love, as long as I can remember, age 3, I started singing. So I would want to do animation themes again, and I would want to like revive I don't think they do it anymore. There was a time when we would like literally take the Japanese translation and turn it into lyrics, which was a very fulfilling process as a singer and as a lyricist. So it's like I was writing a song, but not having to write the melody. And it was just a really cool thing. And then I was able to direct a couple of other singers so they could like get some other, and that's what I did. I was recruiting starlets for the show band I was in, the Fans and the Valiants. And so for me, it would be more a musical type journey where I would like help, whatever you call it, translate. So to me, that like basically takes my voice role and takes it to that other level of putting it to music.
That's really great. Well, we have a surprise for you. No, I don't have that chat. But once again, thank you both so much for coming. We really appreciate it. Give a round of applause, everybody. Awesome. And guys, don't go away too, because we have meet and greet signings that are going to be happening throughout the whole afternoon. So if you go into the far left corner of CCS, you can actually meet us for the meet and greets. And they're going to be doing signings and a bunch of cool stuff. So join us then. Thanks a lot, everybody. Here we go. Yeah, go with him, everybody. Come on. Yeah. Good energy. I like it. Legit energy. That's what we do very well. All right, bring it on. We got next. We have granola straight from the manga. Yes. Current. Bring it on home. Yeah. Awesome. Table spin. Love that energy. Sweet. Next up, we have, all the way from Dragon Ball Z, we have Kid Gohan. Bring it up, Kid Gohan. Yeah! There he is. Nice bow. Nice form. Masengo Han. Absolutely. All right, cool. Oh, we have a new challenger in the house. We have Juri Han from Street Fighter 6. Bring it on home. Yeah! That's what's up. Boom! Oh, man. That was a swift kick. She could combo right into that. All right, next we're going right into, the devilish Goku Black. Bring it on. There he is. Oh, he's ready. Oh, he's doing transmission. He's got all of Goku's moves. We gotta figure that. No spoilers, everybody. What's that story about? All right, bring it on. We have the ultimate king of poses, the Great Saiyaman. For truth and justice, he will pose and save the world. Oh, Right on, man. He gave me a nod. You see that? He was like, I am Sandman. Absolutely. That is great. Thank you, man. All right, next we have, oh man, he's going to take this place down. We have Majin Vegeta. He's giving time for us. Look at this energy. Yeah.
So great! Oh, Batsu!
Oh, with a voice line too! Man! Got the energy. I love that. All right, next we have, ooh, we're getting variations of Gohan. I like this. We got Team Gohan! Straight up Team Gohan, yeah! Follow with the cake. Look at the majesty.
My energy's been cut in half!
That was awesome. Oh, man. Ooh, here comes a good one because we have the lovely Android 18. It's hot in here. All right, here we go. Next, we're going on to Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. Powerful and everything. Full power. Power pull extend. Of his own destiny. Look at him go. Awesome. Goku, you are crushing it. Thank you, man. Love that. That was awesome. Thank you, sir. Next, we have Videl from Dragon Ball Z. All right, let's bring it up here. Awesome. That was one of the best. She trains, she learns how to fly. It's the best. Awesome. All right, next. All the way from Dragon Ball Super, we have Broly from Dragon Ball Super. Let's go, Broly! Absolutely, yeah, here we go. Full power, yeah! Awesome! All right, next up, we have Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Let's bring up the Goku. Awesome, yeah! There he is, no nonsense. Stonewalling all. Whoa! He's like a secret one. He's like, hey, what am I going to boom, you know? That was awesome. All right, cool. Next, I have Goku. Let's bring up Goku. Yeah! Full on Super Saiyan. Uh-oh. He found it. All right, hey. Yeah! What'd you wish for, man? What'd you wish for?
Be more powerful.
To be more powerful. That's a reasonable wish. Awesome. Oh, okay. Oh, right here. Oh, Vegeta. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Because guess what? I also have another Vegeta coming up. Vegeta, please come up here. Let's bring him up here. Yeah. Full power, Vegeta. Here we go. Yeah. Everything. Awesome. Everybody, that was fantastic. Let's give a round of applause for everybody participating right here. This has been great. So much power. All right. So do me a favor, everybody, don't go away because we are going to be right back with some prizes. We are going to be choosing the winner. So hang tight, listen to some awesome tunes. DJ Maddie in the house, everybody. Give it up for DJ Maddie. Yes, absolutely. Follow him on Instagram. Absolutely. You gotta do me one more favor, man, because I got a prize for you. We gotta do one more pose for the audience. Can you do that for me? All right, let's do it. What you got? Yeah! Man. Very cool, very cool. We have a gift bag for you right here. There we go. That is for you. Oh, wonderful. Good respect, good respect. Thank you for saying that. You wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, so now we have the finalists for the older division. We're going to need 3 people up here right now. First off, we're going to need Granola. Bring it up. Good spice with a unique character. I love it. Very, very good. Very good. Number 2, we're going to need Majin Vegeta. Bring up Majin Vegeta here. Have that energy. He gave voice lines and everything. Bring it on. And then we have Android 18. Perfect. All right. So what we're going to do is we have our finalists, but the crowd is going to decide. Okay. So the lovely Joby is going to put her hand above your head, and then you're going to give as much energy as possible. Again, spirit bomb energy over here on who you're voting for. So give it a lot of energy. First off, for Android 18. All right, now Majin Vegeta. And give it up for Granola. We got to do it again. Yeah. All right. One more time for Android 18. Then for Majin Vegeta. And then for Granola.
All right, listen, hold on, man. For 1 second, real quick, all right? First of all, we want to say thank y'all for each and every last one of y'all coming out here today. So give yourselves a round of applause. So I'm a super big Dragon Ball fan, and I appreciate each and every last one of y'all coming out. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to raise the stakes. Android 18, Majin Vegeta, Granola, each and every last one of y'all leaving with a free canvas today, man. Give them all a round of applause. All right, so look, this is what we're going to do, all right? Everybody already know it's in your face, right? In your face art? Yeah. On the count of 3, can everybody say, in your face, one time? Yeah. On the count of 3, all right? 1, 2, 3! In your face! Let's go! Everybody in the middle, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to grab y'all canvases. Thank y'all very much for supporting. CCS is in the building, man. Let's go.
Absolutely. All right, so congratulations to our winners. All right, we did it. Everybody, thank you so much for participating. We really appreciate you all for coming out. And do me a favor, tune in at 4 p.m. right here for the trivia contest. There's going to be more prizes to be given out. Trying to win more art. Come on by. We'll see you then. Guys, thank you so much for watching the cosplay contest. We really appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Bag full of cheddar when I hop inside the whip, I ain't got no space. Riding with a conic, so I